This is Vivian Leong reporting for This Week in East Brunswick, and we're here at the East Brunswick Public Library for the first annual Maker's Day. There's a whole lot of activities, so let's check it out.
Throughout the library, we do many maker programs throughout the year, and it's really great. It's an opportunity for the community to come to the library and share knowledge. So the staff shares their knowledge and the community shares their knowledge. The Library Association really wanted to shine a spotlight on what libraries do and how we really interact with our communities and foster that lifelong learning.
And this is the first ever Maker's Day.
Yes, this is the first New Jersey Maker's Day, and again, it's through the New Jersey Library Association. They spearheaded this initiative.
So how did the East Brunswick Public Library get chosen as the first location?
The New Jersey Library Association sent out a call. They knew that we had a makerspace. They had asked us to participate, and they just got a huge response. So today there are over 150 public libraries having events in honor of New Jersey Maker's Day.
We were excited for Maker's Day because we teach at Hammersholt, and we invited our students to come looking for the different inventions and activities that they offered.
Today is the Makers Fest with kids doing all different kinds of workshops. So we did a balloon twisting workshop today.
What kind of things did you make out of the balloons?
Today we made some fun dogs. That was our first balloon twisting object, the dog and a sword and a crazy hat. In addition to the balloon and entertaining and performing, I'm a teacher, and I've always been with children in the classroom or in a party, so this is where I've devoted all my life to, with fun and enjoyment, and also teaching the kids, so it's a great combination.
I was wondering how it was all going to turn out, but it went really well. The kids got really into it, and I was really impressed with the kids because they started taking the ideas that the presenter had and making them their own. Kids were making, backpacks out of the balloons and, just different things. They were combining their own ideas with the ideas given by the presenter, which I guess is the point of Maker's Day.
Well, here I just twisted a couple balloons. I didn't even know what I was doing at first. I was just twisting. And then this happened, and it's a little backpack, and I added this to it, and now I have either a thing to put something in, or a cup holder or something. I don't know what it is. You could use it for many purposes.
Who teaches the classes?
We have library staff, so many of our librarians are doing the classes, and we do have some volunteers from the community. Sandy Candell is doing the jewelry making workshop, and we have a graduate student from Rutgers coming to do the 3D printing demo, and we actually have some teen volunteers that are sharing their knowledge, so it should be fun.
And how do you see an event like this impacting the community?
Well, I think it's just a great way for the community to get to know one another. It's a way to come to a place in your community that you can find people that have similar interests. So while East Brunswick is a large town, over 45,000 people, sometimes it's hard to find your group or somebody that has your similar interests. And that's one thing that libraries are really great at, is bringing people with similar interests together, because we do talk to people in the community and try to have programs that they're interested in.
Allison, can you please tell me what you're doing right now?
So I'm making a decorative yarn ball, and how you do it is you take pieces of yarn or string, that's what I'm using right now, and you dip it in a solution of glue and water, and then you kind of take off the excess and drape it around a balloon, and you stick it all together. And then you wait a little while, trying to get that off. Okay, so you wait a little while, maybe a week, for all of it to dry. Then you pop the balloon, which I can show you because I have one that I made the other day. So you pop the balloon, and you can take out the remaining pieces with tweezers, and then you have a decorative yarn ball.
It's fun too, and everything, the most thing I like about it, that all the colors are mixed up, so it looks like a rainbow, which I like. And yeah, I can't wait until it's all dry to pop the balloon.
These are the parts that I used for it. So this is that handmade glass but you can use any kind of thing. There are all kinds. See, this is one that I made also, and this one doesn't have a chain, as you can see. You just string it, and what you string it on is this head pin, which is just like a pin with a thing at the bottom so that nothing falls off.
And what made you want to join Maker's Day?
Well, Maker's Day is an amazing thing here at the library. I'm a children's librarian, and so very frequently I sort of help kids find books about how to do things, like books about how to do science experiments or books how to do cooking. But I thought this is the logical next step. We not only have books to show you how to do things, but we actually can show you how to do things. And especially for children and young adults, to have them be able to have the hands-on experience and be able to say, I made my first cup of coffee when I was 16 years old. Again, that's amazing that we can do that. We do cooking programs at the library for children as young as 5 every single month. And it's amazing to see children, sort of measuring ingredients, stirring things. And it's amazing that you're able to do that when you're a 10-year-old or 11-year-old and sort of leave with that experience. So just that you can sort of come to the library and not just find books about things, but also gain the actual skills for how to do things. It's great. And it makes us a special library. Not every library does these sort of programmings for the public.
And after participants have done all these activities, what do you hope that they get from it?
I hope they get a sense of confidence that they can try these things at home. That's the main thing. If I can send all the kids and teens home with the feelings that it's not so scary, it's not so difficult, I can try it myself, and even if it doesn't turn out perfectly, that's okay, because I can do it again and again and again until I figure out how to do it well. That's the main thing. It's just confidence that you can try these things, that they're not too hard, they're not too scary, and hopefully an enthusiasm for making things. This maker ethos is something we really try to embody with all of our programming here at the library. Again, just in the last year, we've had classes on how to make your own terrariums, classes on how to make coffee, classes on how to make your own board games, classes on how to learn how to knit, how to make your own scarves. So it's something that we do not just one day a year, but we really try to do every day.
Everybody is very thoughtful, and I loved how Anthony came over and helped Callie actually roll the seaweed. It was very thoughtful. That everyone's so wonderful here. So thank you for that. We love living in East Brunswick.
So, I'm taking this. This is the yarn from the balls. Taking this, putting on my other hand, and then weaving this over, and then taking this into my other arm, and then it creates this type of pattern. Well, the library is a really fun place to come. There are many activities. And it's for free, and you can take a lot of things home.
And what do you hope people can learn from your presentation?
This stuff is not as difficult as it seems, and this is pretty much going to make things a lot easier for most people. You can see at the table, a lot of what I have are just simple toys, but at the same time you can make gears and things like that. As long as you're willing to learn how to design, you can definitely use this.
And I see that you were scanning people before. After you scan them, what does the 3D printer make of them?
The 3D printer? Well, it's basically just whatever the model is. So the 3D printer thinks of it as coordinates. It thinks of it as basically numbers. So that's how it reads it. It's programmed to do so. Fairly simple in concept, actually.
I hope that they just realize that the library is a really dynamic place, and that we really are interested in supporting our community's interests, and that we want to hear what you think of what we're doing, and we want feedback. Don't be shy. We really are always here. If you want us to do something again, we're happy to do it. I hope that this sort of highlights how open we are to hearing from our public and interacting with our public, and also that we do have a lot of things to offer.